show you the whole process from start to finish here. Pop open
Really?
Spotify. I find the song that I want, Paradise by Bozzy. Right click, share, copy song link, come to spotifydown.com.
Not legal
Pop
advice?
that in here, download the song, download the MP3. I just
Boom.
pulled up here. We'll pull it up in my downloads. Go to vocal remover. I'll add it. While this is processing, basically they'll play your.
Hands in your body, I'm grabbing your ass, enjoying the moment, cause life moved too
Hear
fast.
how
I'm looking
crisp
forward,
and clear
ignoring
those
the
vocals are.
past. These are the times that will laugh,
It's not perfect, but it's
looking back.
pretty dang close.
Pretty good.
Just instrumental. No anything. So then we go split and full, and it's going to download the vocal track and the instrumental track. So
In seconds. And it has a lot of other tools. You could show them just really quickly what other things it can pull up, like the drums and all that.
yeah, so it can also go, well, after that's done processing, you can also pull different stems, like different drum beats. You can pull different elements of the song and use those to layer. And so you'll see, I'll show you right now that I used the very intro of this song, which is just a riser stem. This is how the song starts. But I didn't start that until 12 seconds into the video. Because again, I was building tension with my audio, and I wanted to place it differently. So we'll pull up the audio. What I did on this particular track is I pulled one of his most famous lines right before he goes into the chorus. If all we've got tonight, let's do this right. You're gonna hear that.
Yeah, the lighting's too good
You're gonna
not
hear
to.
that subtly.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And the 1, 2, 3, 4, that's all different times of the song. But I'm layering it over each other. And the way that I line this up so seamlessly is, again, you pull up your metronome using TuneBat. You identify what the song is. How many BPM is this? I think this one was around 120. Metronome, and I line up the 1, 2, 3, 4 with the metronome. On this one, on these vocals too, you'll also notice a really subtle. You'll notice a really subtle echo
3, 4.
on the second layer
How do you do
here.
the echo? Everyone wants to know the echo. What are you doing out here? That's unbelievable.
So for the echo, it's just simple reverb. Type in reverb on your effects, drag the matrix reverb onto your clip. And this one, I actually just went with medium hall on this one. And then I think I played around with the wet and dry mix. You can also pull it up using this, and you'll hear different aspects.
1, 2, 3,
So if
4.
I drop that all the way down, it's much more quiet. It's much more subdued. But if I go to 100,
2, 3, 4.
it sounds like he's much further away. And you can play with this reverb to help create cognitive space for your viewers while they're, like, if you're showing a really grand room and you want to play some vocals of a song, you can add a lot of reverb so it sounds like they're actually in a medium hall or a cathedral or a large chamber. And it just helps, all this stuff just helps tie you in. Caleb, to answer your question about Premiere, yes, you should ditch Premiere. I use all three. They're really great for different reasons, but if this is your focus, if real estate media is your focus, Final Cut is the way to go by far. Has the best speed ramps. It's the best for speed and efficiency. All right, so I'll play the audio track for you here.
Not to. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Netflix logo. And then you see I start to introduce the song.
Michelle Sullivan bringing you another ultimate luxury experience. Escape to paradise in this $22 million mega mansion
remember, he
right
was
here in Bel
rapping
Air,
over this
California, where
But
every
instead
day
we're
will feel like a
delivering the
vacation.
voiceover over these.
Let's do this right. Let's go to.
And we,
This should be like Friday nights.
you'll notice as the song picks up, we have our biggest like hook shot, right? Like this day to night, in my opinion. I mean, when I was there filming this, I was like, this is one of the most gorgeous views I've ever seen. On the other side of the house, there's the Getty Museum. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Go to.
I'll show the day to night here in a second.
This should be like
As the song is picking up,
Friday nights. This shit made me feel alive. Feel like we
engaged. Again, we're creating cognitive spatial awareness with how far away we are from the house and switching to night. This flame transition is going to blow your mind how easy it is to do. You're going to be so mad that you haven't been doing it this whole time. Sydney, I learned from everybody. I learned from Claudio. I learned from all the other creators. I study, and try and copy to the best of my ability and experiment, reiterate. So for this song, we pull up TuneBat. We know it's 122 BPM. It was in B minor. Now, this is the game that I don't think any real estate media company is doing. As far as I know, I'm the first one who's done this. I could be wrong. That's okay. I've already told a bunch of my friends about this, but there's a sound effect. There's a sound design company called Multiply Sound. You may or may not have seen their ads on Instagram. What they have done is they have created a series of risers, hits, impacts. Actually, I'll just show it to you guys. I don't know why I'm not just showing it to you. There's pads, drones, riffs, melodies, rhythms, drums, hits, risers, transitions. But you'll notice, see this word major, minor? Each one of these sound effects were recorded in A major, A minor, B major, C major. So we go back here. We know that Paradise was recorded in B minor. So now when we really want to get people engaged in our videos, you'll see on my timeline here, I guess I can't zoom into the words. See deep swell with a D? All of these sound effects have a little D next to them. They're all recorded in D minor to match the song, right? So now I'm going to play without the song. I'm just going to play you the sound effects, and this is why it took me an hour and a half to do this. Tension. You know something's coming. We drop the logo. You hear this subtle ticking in the background. I'm actually going to just disable this because that's slow. Clock ticking. By the way, to the BPM with the metronome. There's birds chirping in the background. There's a low pad. There's a low drum right here. That's this bass synth. You probably don't even realize you haven't even heard a song yet. Why? Because it's all done in D major. These sound effects, it sounds like the song, but you haven't even heard the song yet. They're all the songs disabled. So I'll explain briefly kind of what we're doing here. Again, if you look at these wavelengths, I'm building tension. I'm building a peak, and then I'm releasing tension. And so you'll see this pattern, this peak pattern, really often in all your music. I apologize that these are red. I don't know why they're red. They are being played, but Final Cut is bugging on me. building tension or releasing. And all of these came from that sound pack. We'll play it with the music now.
Escape to paradise in this $22 million mega mansion right here in Bel Air, California, where every day will feel like a vacation.
Let's do this right. Let's go to. This shit be like Friday nights. This shit made me feel alive.
There's movement. There's something drawing you in. Right there, you hear the crickets chirping.
Don't know if it's a drink I pour, but I swear I've never loved you more. Make you right here, I come alive. One more hit and we can fly. This shit feel like.
You notice the way this song ends. I'm going to point out a couple things here. Number one, this transition. I really am sorry. I am viewing this in proxy, but it's not good enough. It's because I'm recording my screen as well. We do a low pass filter for the song. You hear his vocals get distant. The way we do this low pass filter, I just cut the song, the segment that I want where it's nighttime and where we're revealing here. I'll get to the transition too, don't worry. Pull up the equalization effects on this, and all this is dropping down the high frequencies. And I do this is custom for every song. You kind of have to listen to it while you do it. So I'll disable it. You hear
Feel like we in paradise.
that's normal. With these drop down, drop the low frequency. Makes it feel like you're further away from your house, because we are further away from the house, right? Again, this part we get really far away, and this one I did the opposite of a low pass filter, or sorry, this one I did the opposite of a high pass filter. I did a low pass filter and took all the low frequencies out so that it almost sounds like an old radio, but we're coming in really far away. And it transitions back in. The way we do that is we are just layering these handles so that they fade in and out. Right? If my computer will let me. Anyway, the coolest part about these sound design, these effects that you see here, though, you see how many layers I have here of just building tension and then releasing. No music. You feel like you're there. Building tension. Release. Because it's all shot in D major, or all recorded in D major, it sounds like it's part of the song. And the real cool part about this is you now have flexibility to end a song whenever you want. And I can just cut it off with my risers and then my tension releasers. I cut it off. I don't have the metronome on here because I deleted it, but when I sound designed this together, it was done with the metronome so that I knew that everything would be done perfect. Real quick, another trick that I want to show you guys. Croto Studio is another sound design plugin. I don't remember how much it costs. It is paid. Okay, you'll notice these atmospheric sounds that bring us into birds chirping, all that kind of stuff, the bass synth. You'll notice all these sound effects that have KS, that stands for Croto Studio. This plugin is going to blow your mind, and it's going to make sound design take 10 seconds instead of 10 minutes per sound effect. So you open up this plugin, and what I did on here is this is AI ambience generator. I just said tropical, let's see, tropical paradise, Los Angeles. And then we click generate. You guys hear that? Just like that, we have ambience that fits the scene that we want. It's AI built. We can modify it. Distant bird songs. Want more urban, like traffic kind of look. Maybe we want more beach waves. And these are all generated based on the prompt that we gave it. Right? Now here's the coolest part. We click stop here. We've recorded a 38-second clip. Watch this. Just like that. Clipped in our timeline. This is going to change your life. Change your life. Okay, I've been building my own custom. You'll see KS, these swooshes, all this stuff. I'll show you something else right here. We go to whoosh sounds. I think I liked hybrid last time. I was playing along with I wanted a swoosh that sounded like a private jet for my Floyd Mayweather edit. So we grab the swoosh, and it's swooshing the movement of my mouse. You hear that? I believe this is the pro version of the plugin. I want a more airy swoosh. You hear how smooth that is? This is with my mouse. And then again, that's right there. It's in my timeline. So all of these KS that you see here, almost every one of these movements was custom sound effects. This K whoosh air. I wanted something very powerful. You could hear the leaves moving, all that kind of stuff, right? Absolutely game-changing plugin. I highly recommend playing with it. And adding that extra layer of dimension to your videos. The film burn overlay is from a stud by the name of Landon, by the way. And these, I get all of my elements from his overlay pack. He's part of he owns Full-Time Filmmaker with Parker Walbeck. Most of you know who he is. What I've done is I've downloaded his entire overlay pack, and I've imported it as a separate library inside Final Cut, so that anytime I want one of his elements, I pull up what I want. Say I want a film burn. Here's all my film burns. I pull any film burn that I want and add it to my project. The name is Overlay. It's part of Landon, by the way, stuff. Yeah, Landon from Full-Time Filmmaker. The titles, the font and the titles, this one is honestly, these captions were automatically generated using Motion VFX, using not M extension, sorry, M Captions AI. And the way you do this is you open up the M Captions AI, you find your project, you drag the project into the M Captions, and it will analyze when there's not a critical error, it will analyze the vocals, and then you just drag this entire clip onto your timeline. Super simple to do. I would show you if my computer wasn't tripping. So then I didn't want it picked up the lyrics. I didn't want those, so I just disabled those. And then I customized the font a little bit. I like the look of yellow. I thought it was clean and minimal, and subtle. So that's how we did the captions for that. The fire transition. You guys are gonna be mad at me when I tell you that I'm pretty sure this is default. I don't think I did any customization to this. Maybe change the color a little bit, but this transition is again part of Motion VFX. So I have Design Studio and I have Cine Studio, I think. So I have all of Motion VFX stuff. It's an annual subscription. Invaluable to me. I use it on every single project. Couldn't recommend it enough. Yes, it is money, but when you invest in high quality videos, they usually come with high quality budgets, and you make your money back. So this is just called the burn transition. It is from M Transition Whip Cut, and it's right here. It's just this burn transition. You can add it between any clips that you want. I guess it's not entirely default. I extended it a little bit. Extend it a little bit wider, so it takes a little bit. Super, super easy. Very, very simple. Yes, pay to play. Absolutely. Sometimes you gotta invest in becoming the best. So that's that transition. You can obviously adjust it however you want. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can change the color if I want a green flame. I think we've shown pretty much everything there is for the audio side of this. The Netflix overlay, I literally went on YouTube and said Netflix intro. I downloaded it, added it to the timeline, and then set the blending mode to screen. So the key to making sure that that blends smoothly is make sure that the background is all black, and screen will eliminate anything that is black and overlay it over your clip. I disabled this layer because it was making my computer go slow, but what I did when I edited this project is I compressed the entire edit of the video into a compound clip. So after I was done with the edit, after I was finished with the edit, I intentionally left a really blank space right here. Compressed this entire thing into a compound clip and then sped it up by 667% and then reversed it. So I reversed the whole edit. I'll disable some of these so you can see it better. Reverse the whole edit from back to front. Added these overlay effects before we transition into her delivering. And that's how we did that. Now we will go into no Netflix copyright issues because I was not paid for this video. I made videos that I want to be hired for. Text effect on 22 million. Yes, I am glad that you mentioned that. Here's how we did this. Claudio actually asked me about this one too. So this this text effect is
22 million.
It's basically like a slot machine rolling up. It's called price tag BXYW. The way I found it is went to M extension and pulled up. I mean, I just searched price tag, but the one I got was not this one, BXYW. This one was actually a price tag. And the cool thing about this M extension is once you download an effect, you can, again, just like Krotos, drag it right onto your timeline, and there it is. This one in particular, I customized a bit more than that because I just wanted the 22 million to roll up. So we got rid of the price title. I just changed the text to 22 million, made it much bigger, and it's pretty much it. Changed the animation out, turned off the animation out so it only animates on.
In this 20.
And then one of the effects that I've really been liking lately is right here with this Mega Mansion. These are just basic text layers that you pull right from inside here. Titles, basic title. I chose the font. Let's see, let's delete this. The font that I chose here is Druk Wide. I love this font lately. I did this font in our announcement video too. But pull it up. Go Druk Wide. Mega. Duplicate it. I'm just holding in Command to, Alt. I'm not familiar with Mac keyboard shortcuts. To click and drag that. Mega Mansion. And then the way that I get that inverted effect that you see here is by going to the text layer, the inspector, and going to difference. And you'll see it's not very visible here because it's white text on a somewhat bright background. So the way to bypass that, if you want it to pop a bit more, is change the font color from white to black. Essentially, you want it the opposite color of the dominating color in this space. That's how you do that effect, is with the difference blending mode. Nick wanted me to go over this Paradise clip. This one, this is one of the clips I'm pretty proud of. It turned out pretty decent in my opinion. But again, the actual shot that we're doing here is another orbit shot, a glue shot. This one has some nuances to it that were a little harder to pull off. So we will duplicate the shot so I can show you how I did it, because you're probably going to run into this type of situation a lot. Where we go, if you'll notice on the left hand side here, there's some mirroring happening, because when I stabilized this clip, it wasn't perfectly, I didn't shoot it with the center and focus like I should have. But again, Pixel Film Studios, not instructions. Pixel Film Studios on the full clip. Open up the track editor. I tracked this point in particular, just because there was a lot of contrast there. and you'll see it starts off on the right and it's moving all over the place. So the way that we bypass those mirrored edges when it starts